Leetcode, and it's a course schedule, question number 207. Okay, so there are a total of num courses. Okay, and the courses you have to take level from 0 to num courses minus 1. Okay, so you are given an array prerequisite where prerequisite I is equal to AI BI indicates that you must have taken course BI first if you want to take the course AI. Okay, so they have given the example. You see here there is a two course that we have to take, so basically the course will be 0 and 1, and the prerequisite we have been given, like if you want to take the course number 1, then we must have completed course 0. Okay, and we can see there is a no requirements for completing the course 0. So if 0 can be completed by itself, and if we have completed the course number 0, we can complete course 1 and we are done. That is basically the things. Let me give you another example to make you more clear with the question. Okay, so yeah, this one is right. You see, in the second example you again have the two course to complete, right? uh, right here, which is 0 and 1, but in the prerequisite sections you can see there is a requirements of 0 to complete the course number 1. Okay, and to complete course number 0 you have the requirements of course number 1. So if you want to complete one, you have to be prepared with the 0 first, and if you want to be if you want to complete 0, then you should be knowing course number 1. So it can never be completed, because if you have not completed 0, you won't be able to complete 1. If you have not completed 1, you won't be able to complete 0. So what you see, basically there is a 0 course and 1. For completing 0 you need 1, for completing 1 you need 0. So it is forming one kind of loop or the circles. If there is any kind of formation like this, we will say we can't complete all the course. Okay, and in that case what we will do, we will return false. Okay, that is basically the question. If there is a no loop and we are able to go to all the nodes properly, we'll say yeah, that is where we can complete all the course. So there is one more things which is hidden right here that I want to point out. Like suppose there is a course 1, and for this you require 0 to complete 1. There will be other similar where for completing 1 you also require course 2. Okay, so you see, you need two cores, 0 as well as 1, to complete 1. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind. Sometimes you will just not need only one course, but there may be two or three courses to complete one course. Prerequisite may be more than one. So how can we solve that? First of all, in the format it is given, it won't be of much use to us. So what we will do, we will form a hash map. Okay, where we will map the courses with the prerequisites. Okay, course, and then we will have prerequisite. Okay, so what does that mean? Prerequisite can't be one, so we will take array, and within that we will write all the prerequisite. Okay, and whenever we will, first of all, when we will start from the course number 0, we'll see what are the prerequisite of 0. If that, if the 0 have any prerequisite, we will go to that one. Like suppose it was 0 and here we have 1 and the 2. So we'll go to the 1 and 2 and we'll see what are the prerequisite of 1 and what are the prerequisite of 2. Can we complete 1 and can we complete 2? If we are able to complete both the courses, then only we will be able to complete 1. Else we won't be able to complete 1. No, sorry, complete 0. That is basically the idea. The DFS will be used like what we are doing. We are first of all taking one course and going into its prerequisite, and then again moving what are their prerequisite. If a course doesn't have the prerequisite, we can complete that. So there is a no need to like go beyond. There we will be returning true, and it will be like coming upward as we do in the DFS sections. So let's try and complete that. I'll code up right here. Okay, yeah. So first of all, what we have to take the course and the prerequisite. So we are taking has map. Just don't go with the name of the variables because I'm lazy with that. And now we'll go to the courses and then prerequisite, or course and requisite in requisites. Okay, so we have the courses and the prerequisites, but there may be the case first of all course is not available. So in that case, what we have to do, if course not in HasMap. So this one is the first like prerequisite for the course one of the course. So we'll form one list and we'll give right here. Basically we can like form a list, empty list, and right here we can give as map course and then append prerequisite. Okay, done. After doing this one, we have like the course and the prerequisite in a hash map. Now we'll write a function that is basically the DFS. Okay, so DFS, and suppose if zeroth course is given, we don't want to like go into one course again and again. So whichever will be completed, we will be collecting that. Okay, and there will be some of the visited as well. Okay, so not the 01, I will write I. Okay, suppose we are at the ith course and we found out that if I in completed, so it is already right there, so we don't have to do anything, we will just return true. Okay, and other base case will be if I in visited, it has been visited but not in completed. What does that mean? That simply means that you have either come to the same node again forming the loop, or it was false before, so we will simply return false. If I is not completed, I is not in visited. One more things that we have forgotten is, suppose if I is not in the S map, that simply means there was no requirement of prerequisite for the course I. So in that sections we will just return true by adding that into the completed sections. If so there was no requirements of prerequisite, uh, we added I and now return true. Sorry. Okay, so these three are the base cases that we have right now. We can add visited, uh, we can add the I to the visited because we have come to I. Now let's go into all the prerequisite of course I. So for that, what we can do, we can use a for loop. For uh, prerequisite in uh, hash map I. Okay, so we are going into all the prerequisite, and now we have to check if that prerequisite, what we will do, we will check right now. Okay, ret dot ret is equal to, we will be calling our recursion function with the pre. Okay, now if that comes up as false, if, then we know we can't complete course I, because even if one is not able to go with that, how can we complete that? Prerequisite means every other courses should be complete to complete I, but one is getting false, so our I will also be false. We can uh, write here return, we can return false for this one. Okay, do we need to do anything more? No. Okay, if we are able to come right after this, so our rate is true every time. Now we can clearly see we are able to complete course I. So completed dot add, we are adding I, and what we'll do, we'll return true. Okay, yeah, now basically our DFS is complete. Let's go and see how can we get our nodes right here. For I in range, how many books is there, num course. Okay, num courses. Okay, if I not in visited, if I is not in visited, then we can visit it. Not in visited. Okay, and okay, if that is not in visited, that's it. Only one condition will be required. If that has not been visited, we will visit that DFSI. Okay, if we are getting false, we simply means if if it is false, then we know we can't complete it, and we will return false. If everything has gone well, so lastly we'll return true because we are able to complete that. That was it. Let's try and run it. Okay, okay, so we are getting runtime error somewhere. Cannot assign to expressions for course prerequisite quotient. Okay, course and prerequisite, and will not be here, we will use comma. Okay, that is one mistake that I did. Now, okay, so both the test cases are giving the correct answer, both the example test cases actually. Let's try to submit it up. Yeah, that got accepted, and you can see it's better than the 50%, so that